You wanted to know where to find the files, the language files in Minecraft. I've noticed also that most of the translations that are made are machine translations. So when we have, yeah, it's horrible sometimes. So when we have an English word and it's translated into Dutch, it's pretty poor. So what I did in some words, I opened the language file, I changed the file, and I loaded it so that we had the right translations. Well, it takes some tinkering, so you need to be a little bit technical. We are going to do some little bit technical stuff to open these language files and change them. But since I'm going to record everything, it won't be a big problem. Wait, I'm just going to open Minecraft. Yeah.
Are you going to use AI at all in the translations?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
I'm since well, I'm retired since August this year. So I'm not very much involved anymore in school work and stuff like that. I just do workshops, and I just started to wrap my head around everything with AI. So I didn't use it yet, but it should be possible.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it should
Well,
be
but I
possible.
think that the same problems you have with machine translation
Yeah.
are in AI. It's machine translation,
Well,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I've noticed some of the translations aren't too bad, but then again, I think whenever there is a translation, a machine translation involved, it always needs a person to adjust it, to correct
Absolutely.
it. Well,
yeah, human
yeah.
oversight for sure.
And also, I teach high school, but my students are just first year, second year. Maybe I get up to fourth year, depending. But I live in America where not everyone grows up speaking 3 languages.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's their first exposure. So I need to embed the language and generally use simpler grammatical structures than would be given with a machine translation.
Yeah.
Simpler word choices, simpler grammar.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's why I really want to get in.
You use translation, Pamela. You use their mother tongue to translate in grammar. What?
I translate to as if they were reading an elementary school book or something. Well, for example, because Minecraft has some lessons that I can easily put in Spanish mode. But the vocabulary is just beyond my students. They don't know past tense right now. I teach first year Spanish, and they don't know past tense. I'm trying to get them to recognize the top frequency 50 verbs right now. But I'm only in the end of November. They only know 30 verbs. Just I'm competing with other classes, so that's as far as I can get them right now at this point of the year. So if I were just gonna hit a machine translate button or just flip it like Minecraft has stuff in Spanish already, it's beyond them, and they're out of their zone of proximal development. That's too difficult for them, and then they're just kind of clicking around and not understanding what's going on. So I need to change the language to really, really simple stuff, short, choppy sentences, because they're just learning.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to do that, to be honest. No. But if we could have the Greek translation, I have students who are primary school teachers, Greek school teachers, and this is a burden for them to use Minecraft in the Greek classes. I mean, they teach Greek, they don't teach English. So if we can have something for them, I think I can spread the word. I think.
Yeah, sure.
But
well,
for
and
me,
it's doable if you know the technique to find the language files. It's doable.
Yeah. Will you give me 1 minute, please? Yes, and I'll be back. Yes, thank you.
No problem. Okay. I'll walk you through it in a moment.
Sure.
The other question was how to work together on a world.
Yeah.
That would
we
be
would
an
need a
interesting.
tenant, right? And I think Nadine said she was making a tenant. So that's really cool.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't got the second part about the tenant.
Nadine
Okay.
at Minecraft.
Yeah.
She said she's working on that. So we don't have to worry about it yet. But that would be really great, I think.
I've got a tenant. As I teach, as I do workshops, I've got a demo tenant, and I've got 40 licenses in it, 40 Minecraft licenses, and I use them when I teach, when I do a workshop. I thought maybe that's a solution to use this tenant to work together in a world. But then again, it's not so easy because the world is saved on my computer. So I have to be online every time you want to work together on the world. So, but maybe we can work something out. So we'll see. We'll see. Okay. In the meantime, I've shared my screen. You should see my Minecraft world. I'm going to walk you through the system, what you have to do to unwrap a world, unzip a world, and to find the language files. Yeah. Because first of all, when you have a world, I'm going to take this one. It's the sustainability village, I think it's called in English. I'm going to take this one. It doesn't matter which world it is. But first, what you have to do is you go to Manage and you export the world. That's the first thing of all. So I'm going to export it to my desktop. Okay. Well, you can choose a folder of your what you wish. It doesn't matter. I put everything on my desktop and I tidy it up later on. So I've exported it and now I'm going to shut down Minecraft. It's important that when you want to change files in Minecraft, that Minecraft isn't opened anymore. You have to shut it down.
That's very good to know.
Yeah, that's very important. So I'm shutting down Minecraft. And I'm going to look.
Good.
Exit Minecraft.
I've got it all written down also. I've got a little file. I made a little notebook file. I've got it written down, so I'll paste or post it somewhere for you to refer to it.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to put my file over here, like this. This is my world. Now the world has the extension .mcworld. In Ascension, it is just a zip file. So what we're going to do, we are going to change the extension from mcworld to zip. Okay. Okay. Yes. Do you really want to save change the extension? Yes, I do want to change. And then I've got, well, it's again on my other screen. I've got to go back here. There it is. I'm working with 3 screens here, so I have to look.
You're an
sometimes.
IT guy.
Yeah. I have to look sometimes for my stuff. So this is the MC Word that I changed into a zip file, and I'm going to extract it. Yeah. And I'm extracting it to my desktop again. It will probably go again to the other screen. I'll get it back in a moment. So now it's extracting everything that is in the zip file.
So why did you change it to zip?
You can't unzip it when it got the extension mcworld.
Yeah.
So it's really also necessary to make it into a zip file. Yeah. Okay. Yep. So I unzipped it. I've got here the folder. When I open this folder, and that's again on another screen, I see this. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger if I can. So that's inside a world, this. all these files and all this stuff. Maybe interesting to know if when you have the worlds in Minecraft, they all have, where do I have them? Here. They all have these odd names when you have a world in Minecraft. Maybe also an interesting tip is when you double click on a world and you open the level name.txt, and that's again on another screen, I guess. Oh no, you can see it over here. Then you see here that it's called Sustainability Village. So there, if you don't know anymore which world was this, you just double click it, open the level name.txt, and you see the words of execute commands is this one. So you can see the name of the world in that little file. Well, that was a little side tip. What we need here, we have two very important folders. That's the behavior pack and the resource pack. Yes, a resource pack contains everything like the blocks, all different blocks, all different mobs and stuff like that. And the behavior pack is more like how does a block has to behave. When I hack, when I mine a block, what does this have to do? Which sound does it have has to make and stuff like that. That's in the behavior packs. Now these packs, these behavior packs and resource packs, you can open them and you can work with them. For instance, well, there is another folder in here that's not always like this, but here in this world it's like that. It doesn't matter, but you see here, for instance, the entities. When I double click on the entities, I see here like what about the breadcrumbs, the smoke, how is smoke acting and stuff like that. I have here, for instance, materials. No, I have to be in. I'm going to open behavior pack entities. No, that's also not the one I want. But it doesn't matter. I'm going to go with the file languages. Okay, so but in here is everything that you need to use to work with to hack Minecraft. I think it's in textures blocks. Yeah. For instance, these are all the blocks. You see, for instance, here is an acacia. I'm making a no. I cannot make it. That is an acacia trapdoor. When I would like to change this trapdoor in another view, it's a PNG file. I would just open it in Photoshop or Paint.net, change the file, and it will be another file in Minecraft. For instance, we use the Acacia trapdoor and some other of the trapdoors, because we don't use trapdoors very much. We used it to make road signs.
Oh.
Yeah, but that's the goal of another webinar, maybe. But you can make your own blocks.
Okay, I saw somebody doing, they were doing this kind of thing. They were changing the pictures, because I think it'd be really cool to, like, oh, if I made like Le Louvre, and I changed the pictures to actually be La Joconde or something, and I totally didn't understand what he was saying, but I think I've got it now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm doing a webinar Monday morning on how to change the paintings in Minecraft, but it's in Flemish.
Would love to do that.
But it's in Flemish. But whenever you want to do something like that, just contact me. I'm always available.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, thank you.
We're going to the texts. In the folder texts, you will find all the languages. Yes? Okay, for instance, I'm going to look for the Dutch language file, and I can open this file. This file opens I use Notepad++, but you can open it in any word processor. It doesn't matter, as long as you don't save it, like for instance, as a .doc file, like in Word. It has to be.
Then sometimes Word automatically saves.
Yeah, you have to do save as. If you use it with Word, you have to do save as. That's the reason why I'm using Notepad++, because in Notepad I can save it as just a simple text file. It's a great editor. I use it also to write scripts, PowerShell scripts, and stuff like this. That for that I'm using Notepad++. So I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. And you here, for instance, you see when you start the world, there is an NPC that asks you which lesson do you want to follow. Lesson 1 about food. Where does your food comes from? Lesson 2 about about farming, about irrigation and stuff like that. So this file here in this file, it's already translated in Dutch. Yeah. But this, for instance, is a word, versmedewerker is a word we don't use. It's a machine translation. Yeah. So that's a word I would like to change. Then I can just edit it and say, and I can change it in something else. So everything beyond the, how do you call the sign? An equal sign?
Yes.
Yeah. Everything after the equal sign you can change like this. So every word that's here, you can change it. And maybe it's better when I open the English file. Just a moment. I'm not going to save it. I'll open the English. So this is the English file. Yeah. So in the first, they ask you about the produce clerk, the farmer, agriculture, runoff, and stuff like that. If you say I want to change one of these words, you just delete it and you make something else of it. Yeah. Perfect. And so you go through the whole file. It takes some work. It's well, because there are a lot of communications and dialogues in this world. You will have to do some work in here. A friend of mine who is from Wales did this in Welsh. He translated everything in Welsh. But
so does this include doable. This is all the NPC dialogue, right?
Yes.
Does it include dialogue on signs and boards?
Well, I think it does. Okay. I'm going to look for some dialogue. I think it does. I'll just go through the world in a few moments to look at it, but I think it does. I think this is sprint to swim. It's text that's showing up.
Okay.
Minecraft.
Okay. Well, I suppose yes, it's whatever is written on slates and on boards, right?
I think it does, but we'll check it in a moment. Okay, but that's really the bottom line of changing a language file. When you've changed the file, you just close it and save it at the same space, at the same folder. Yeah. So you have changed the file. It's now in here. And then the next step is that you're going back to the main folder and you rezip everything. So everything that's here, you have to rezip it. So we're going to make, I'm going to select all these files. I'm going to say zip these files again. And I've got World Resource Spec. Okay. I'm going to rename it in Sustainability Village. And again, I'm going to remove.
Could you show me one more time how you rezipped everything?
Okay.
Because I was
No
making
problem.
notes.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
When I'm in this, no problem. When I'm in this folder, I just select all the files. Control A, all the files are selected. I right click, and in Windows 11 you have here the compress to zip menu.
Thank
or
you.
You can use 7-zip, or doesn't matter what you use. And that's the way.
Thank you.
Voila. And I rename it. And I also rename the extension. So, in the first we made from the MC world, we made a zip.zip. And now we're doing the other side. From the zip file, world. We're making an MC world again. World. Enter. Yes. And now I've got again a world.
That was much
world.
easier than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. When I just double click it, it will start. No, I really didn't change anything in the language file, so you won't see any great differences. But then again, it doesn't matter. It's the technique, So we loaded the resource packs and the behavior pack. And this is the world. And now we have here the teacher. And you see, this was the first thing he said. Lesson 1, food production. Lesson 2, water treatment. Lesson 3, sustainability. That was one of the first things we had there in the lessons. And when I will take one, I have to follow just to see where we can. Oh, I'm going up there. I'm just going to see if the signs, there are signs also in here, or only NPCs. This is also an NPC. If there's a farm nearby. So I've got up till now, nothing else but NPCs. I'm just looking for some signs. That's another NPC. I really have no clue if signs are in the language file also. I've never tried it again. Then, oh, do I have signs here? No, just NPCs, no signs. I'm just looking for a sign, okay. Give me a sign. Okay, irrigation. I don't need to see irrigation, dear friends. Okay, irrigation. I just that's the irrigation. I just want to see. Well, I can test it out for you if you want to.
I can test it. I've got enough to go on now. This is great.
Well, we'll see. I really don't know if it does the same thing on signs, but in any case, NPCs, you can translate them as much as you like. But I will test it out on signs. I have no clue if it's possible to change the signs also. But that's really the system how to change these files. So when I recapitulate, it's first you export the world, then you change the world into zip and unzip it. You open the resource pack, you go into texts, you search for your language file, you change the language file, you save it, you re-zip it, yes,
Mhm.
and you make an MC world of it, and then you just double click it to load it.
Well,
Those are the little steps.
Thank
Wow.
you so much. This is much easier than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I had never thought about it, so it's really a revelation. Can I ask you a silly question, Lucas?
Yes, there are no silly questions, Dita.
Yeah, but I know I won't get a silly answer. All right, because I saw a lot of produce in your world on the shelves and on the counters. Where can I find these? I mean, the inventory we have doesn't have anything like that.
No.
And I'm preparing a project. I have 2 projects running. One is the security for the hotel security people, and the other is zero food waste for my students. And I have the supermarket, the grocery store, and everything is empty. And I can't find how to put things and where to find the produce.
Well,
any idea?
I mean, you could just put item frames everywhere and put food on the item frames and pretend.
That's a possibility, and if it's not in your inventory, as I said, you can change the blocks into other stuff. So I'm going to exit. That takes some.
So that's what he was saying with the acacia trapdoors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It takes some more work because you have to change. I'm just going to look for textures, blocks. For instance, this PNG, it's an acacia trapdoor. I could open it like in, no, I just first, I have to expand it, get it to here, and then I open it with, I'm using paint.net. So it's here. So this is the acacia trapdoor. It's looking like this. If I now would say I'm going to make it, where is my color? I'm going to make a red door of it like this, and I save this, and I put it back in my resource pack. I re-zip it, and I'm opening it. Then I have a red acacia door. You know. If I want to, I could say I'm going to, I'm just going to wipe some stuff like here, like this. And I make a stop sign of it, for instance. Or I make it into a chicken. Or I make it into a can. You know?
You could probably you could cut and paste a picture onto it.
Yes, but it has to fit within these limits.
Right.
And what's also very important is that you cannot change the name of the file. It has to stay Acacia Trapdoor.
Interesting. Okay.
It can be something else inside, but the name of the file has to be the same, because Minecraft is looking for an Acacia trapdoor.
Okay.
If it doesn't find the trapdoor, it won't display it.
Okay.
So this is the way how you could change or make your own blocks. I've done this like with in the primary school. We don't use the chemistry stuff a lot, so I use the chemistry blocks to make other blocks. But when I would, like, for instance, as I said, the road signs, you know, stop sign and go sign and stuff like that. But when I would place my stop sign on the chemistry table, and it's, for instance, like oxygen, the stop sign still acts like oxygen, you know. But it just is another view. but it acts the same. But I just changed the view of the block. Yeah.
That's cool too. I could do with that. Yeah.
I'll have to watch the video 3 or 4 times to get the last part.
Yeah.
Up to the last part, I'm okay, but
this one. Well, yes, it's a little bit more difficult. It's a little bit more work. So you have to extract a file, open it in Photoshop or Paint.net. You change the file and you resave it. But you cannot change the name of the file.
Yeah.
It has to be the same. But when I now would open the Acacia trapdoor, it would be orange without these bars in it. So I could say, for instance, let's make a drawing. Let's make, for instance, a no go sign like this. Or like a cross. I'm not very. I couldn't draw it. I have a computer with a pen. That's easier. But you could make other signs and stuff like this, and resave it, and then it will show the cross in Minecraft.
So I could like draw melon or tomatoes or things like that. Huh? Keep the same name.
Yeah, but you have
you could probably cut and paste also into it.
Yes.
But if you got a picture of a can, cut and paste the picture of the can as long as it's in that square.
It has to fit within this frame. That's the height and the width you will have to use. If you are not using things like that, just remove them, and you only use the like when I say I will have A1 in here, I will do this. Okay. Oh. For instance, I have a 1. So my Acacia trapdoor now is a 1.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Look, that's
the way. This takes some work. If you want to change files like these, it takes some work. But in the end, when you've got the time to change things like this, it's very rewarding because your students really see what you meant to show. You know, so. Yeah.
Yeah, and you save it and then you retrieve it from the same box. I mean,
yes. So this file will be saved again as an Acacia trapdoor.
Yeah.
It will be saved into this blocks folder. It will be rezipped, renamed to MC World. And I'm not sure when you use blocks, it could be that it's necessary to reload the resource pack. I'm not sure about that. It has been a long time since I've worked with it, but I'm going to show you.
Yeah, we can try it, Pamela.
Yeah.
We can try it and see.
I'm going to show you how to reload the resource pack. Okay. So into my world, sustainability village, settings, and here are the resource packs. And you see I have here my own packs, like, oh, that's maybe also an interesting one. I have a pack I made so I can change the fonts, the Minecraft fonts for dyslexic readers.
Really?
That's cool.
Yes, it's a rather technical workaround, but it's possible to change the font in Minecraft. We had a
That's
problem.
cool.
We have a school for it's called individual education. So these kids have like ADHD or dyslexic or stuff like that. And the teacher there said we have some problems because our kids cannot read the Minecraft font very well.
They're hard
So
to
I
read.
started searching and I found this and I put it into a resource pack. But when so now we have the sustainability pack, for instance. So when you have the pack, the sustainability pack that you changed, are the resource and the behavior packs. What you do is deactivate them. You have to deactivate them both, this one also, and reactivate them again. And then you open the world. I think this will be a step that's necessary to reload the resource pack you changed.
Okay.
As I said, 5 times I watched it. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'm just a language teacher. I never played Minecraft. My generation, you can tell, did not have these games. So I even mispronounced it. I called it Mindcraft.
Okay.
From Mind and Craft. I didn't know anything. And now,
But guys, really what you learn now, I'm teaching a tech class every year. And in that tech class, I mostly have teachers who are used to work, technical teachers like STEM teachers and stuff like that, who are used to work with Minecraft. They know already a lot of Minecraft, and I teach this stuff in my technical classes. So with listening to this little webinar, you're like, level up.
I'll tell my students. Oh, that was wonderful. Thank you, Luke. Thank you, Pamela, for supporting all this idea. That was great.
Then again, you will have the recording. You can review it as much as you like. Okay.
Yep.
Thank you so very much. This was very, very helpful.
Yes,
okay.
Indeed.
I hope it was.
Oh,
so
for sure.
The second question you had was about playing together or making together a world.
Yeah.
Well, there are when you want to play multiplayer world, you have some conditions. For instance, first of all, you all have to have the same version of Minecraft. It's very important. Not the same device. You can mix devices, but you have to have the same version. Second, it's easiest if you're in the same Wi-Fi network or in the same network. But there's a workaround for that. And third, you have to be on the same tenant. So that means that the part after the @ sign has to be the same for everyone. Like when I teach workshops, I have this demo account. I have 40 Minecraft accounts, and they all end at demo.minecraft. and so on. And I give one of these accounts to my students, so they're all in the same tenant, and then we can do a multiplayer game. Yeah. And then what's also important when you're multiplaying is that the world is saved on the host, his computer. So when I would host the world for you to work in, it's saved on my computer. There's no server version of Minecraft Education yet. It has been asked for a long, long time. I've been asking it also regularly. How is it with your server plans? Is it going along? You have a server in Bedrock and in Java. But well, that would maybe be a solution when you would set up a Java server, you work in the world over there, and then you convert it back to education version. That would be a solution to work together on a world. Otherwise, when you would like to work together on a world, I would have to host the file, and you could work in my my version.
Right. What I did in the summer, but I was hoping that if we could have a multiplayer mode, we would have a common shared world, and each one of us would, reach it at any time they wanted. But we can't, as far as I understand. No. So yeah, that's what I did in the summer. I bought a license, personal license. I had the right to share it with 10 people, 9 more. So I shared with 9 students, but we had to change worlds. We couldn't use a multiplayer mode. Right. No, I used my computer. They were all online. They shared the controls, the mouse, etc. They played, and then we saved the world and we sent it. We shared it with somebody else, and they added. Yes. So this is going to happen again, huh? Well, no hope. if there's no one hosting the world from a central point, because when I want to host a world here in my place, I also have to change some rules on my routers. Right. So it's a little bit technical, but I have to open some ports because only then you guys can enter my system. So that's also a little bit difficult. But indeed, you can't multiplay if you don't have the same tenant and are not in the same network. I think that's Nadine's project. She said she would arrange something.
December, right?
Yeah,
she said December.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm completely equipped to host worlds, but then again, I have to be online myself also.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That's a little bit. Yeah, that's a little bit the problem with Minecraft Education because there's not a server mode like with Java or Bedrock. Yeah.
But that's how I knew I was doing the right thing for my students, because they were begging me, can you open the world tonight? Yeah. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to be around. Okay, yeah, sure. I'll turn on my computer. I'll walk away and I'll make dinner, and you guys can come in and play while I'm making dinner. And so I knew, wow, they're engaged. They want to keep working.
Yeah. That's the only way for now. That's the only way to work with multiplayers. Yeah. Indeed, that's the only way for now. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, thanks a lot. Look, that was a great experience. Thank you, Pamela. Thank you.
So nice to meet you guys.
By the way. Nice to meet you.
Yes.